This picture shows the hydroelectric or tidal power plant. Hydroelectric or tidal power plant. Introduction. Water is the cheapest source of power. About 20% of the total world power is generated using hydropower plants. A hydroelectric power plant is aimed at harnessing from water flowing under pressure. In hydroelectric power plants, the energy of water are utilized to drive the turbine. Hydro or water power is important only next to the thermal power. Hydroelectric power was initiated in India in 1987 near Darjeeling. In a hydroelectric power plant, the potential energy stored in a dam is made use of in running a water turbine coupled to an electrical generator. It is estimated that about 23% of the total electric power in the world comes from hydropower. In Tamil Nadu, the total generation of power from hydroelectric plants amounts to 1950 megawatt, and in an all India level it amounts to about 18,000 megawatts. Hydroelectric or tidal power plant. Water reservoir. Continuous availability of water is the basic necessity for a hydroelectric plant. The main purpose of the reservoir is to store the water during rainy season and supply the same to the turbine continuously throughout the year. Water surface in the storage in reservoir known as head race. Hydroelectric or tidal power plant. Dam. The dam is used in hydropower plants to increase the height of water level and thereby increasing the capacity of reservoir. The dam also helps to increase the working pressure of the power plant. Spillway. Water after certain level in the reservoir overflows through spillway without allowing the water level to increase in the reservoir during rainy conditions. Spillway is acting as a safety valve for the dam. It must have the capacity to discharge major floods without damage to the dam. Trash rack. The water is taken from the dam or from the forebay is provided with trash rack. Hydroelectric or tidal power plant. Component of hydroelectric power plant. Water reservoir, dam, spillway, trash rack, pressure tunnel, penstock, forebay, surge tank, water turbine, draft tube, tail race, and the transformer. Hydroelectric or tidal power plant. Surge tank. There is sudden increase in pressure of the penstock due to sudden backflow of water as load on the turbine is reduced. This sudden rise of pressure in the penstock above normal due to reduction in load on generator is known as water hammer. The surge tank is introduced between the dam and powerhouse to avoid sudden rise in the penstock. Water turbine. Water through the penstock enters into the turbine through the inlet valve. The water turbine converts kinetic energy of water into mechanical energy to produce electrical energy. Prime mover, which is in common use, such as Pelton turbine, Francis turbine, and Kaplan turbine. The mechanical energy available at the turbine shaft is used to run the electric generator. Hydroelectric or tidal power plant. Draft tube. The draft tube is connected at the outlet of the water turbine. It allows the turbine to be placed over tail race level. It is used to tap the remaining kinetic energy of water coming out of the turbine. Transformer. The transformer is to raise the voltage generated at the generator terminal before transmitting the power to consumers and workstations. Hydroelectric or tidal power plant. Working principle. In the hydroelectric power plants, the potential energy of water is converted into kinetic energy. The potential energy of water is used to run water turbine to which the electric generator is coupled. The mechanical energy available in shaft of the turbine is converted into electrical energy through a generator or alternator. The water is first passed through the penstock to the turbine from the dam. It is desirable to eliminate sharp bends in the penstock pipe to avoid the loss of head and special anchoring. Depending upon the load on the turbine, the amount of water needed is controlled automatically by a valve operated by a centrifugal governor. Hydroelectric or tidal power plant. Advantages of hydroelectric power plant. Water is the cheapest source of energy. The fuels needed for the thermal, diesel, and nuclear plants are exhaustive and expensive. Water is the renewable source of energy. It is neither consumed nor converted into something else. The fuel cost is totally absent. There is no problem of handling the fuel and ash. No nuisance of smoke, exhaust gases, and soot, and no health hazards due to air pollution. The running cost of hydropower installation is very low as compared to thermal or nuclear power stations. The efficiency does not change with age. Hydro plants provide auxiliary benefits like irrigation, flood control. Maintenance cost is low. It requires less supervising staff for the operation of the plant. Hydroelectric or tidal power plant. Disadvantages of hydroelectric power plant. Hydropower projects are capital intensive with a low rate of return. Power generation is dependent on the quantity of water available, which may vary season to season and year to year. Initial cost of the plant is high. The tidal power plants are often away from the load center and require long transmission lines to deliver power. Large hydro plants the ecology of the area by way of deforestation, destroying vegetation and uprooting people. It takes considerably longer time for its installation compared to thermal power plants.